In this video we're going to briefly go over how to check the general health of your birds. We're going to clip their wings, check for mites and lice, and just go over some basics. So the first thing we want to check is whether their eyes are nice and bright and whether the pupils are nice and round, so not in an odd shape. Odd shapes can be a sign of brain damage or neurological damage, or Merrick's as well. So this guy's eyes are looking nice and bright and nice and round, so tick one. We're going to clip his wing, or just one wing to start with, and we do this by getting him comfy, stretching the wing out so you can see all those feathers. So there is a second row of feathers right here, and we're going to use that as our guide to cut. Cutting a chicken's feathers does not hurt them unless you get too close to the end, and you will know because it will start to bleed. Alright, we're going to check over the legs to make sure the scales are sitting nice and flush to the legs. If they were standing upright, there's likely what they call scaly leg mites, and you'd have to dip their feet in an oil of some sort to treat those mites. But his legs are looking pretty good. They're quite dirty, but I can tell that they are looking just as they are meant to. For those of you that notice, he's got quite red toes here. So the red in between his toenails there is nothing to worry about. That's actually just a sign that they're coming into breeding season. And I don't know, it just happens. So nothing to worry there. Last of all, we're going to check him for lice. This is picked up quite easily, and the idea is to catch it before it becomes a huge issue. He's got a little bit of poopy here, which quite often indicates they might have a light dose of lice, and he does have the first few signs of lice crawling around. Now the way we treat it here is with diatomaceous, or smite they're calling it, and we're just gonna fluff it around this vent, shake it on in there and under both wings as well. This product basically dries out the lice and the mites and causes them to die, and then in a couple of weeks it would pay to just go over them again and make sure that we've gotten rid of them all. Now would also be the ideal time to administer any wormer if you were going to worm them with a drench type worm, but today these guys don't need a wormer, so he is ready to go. Sorry, I'll give it back to you next time.
Powder got my nose. Oh
Alright, so another thing, couple more things we can check for is just the general health of their comb. If they have a lot of scabs like this, it can indicate lice or mites. It can also be an indication of chicken pox, not the same chicken pox we get, but a chicken pox nonetheless. And it's also a good time just to feel the general body condition. So along here you'll find their bone, and if it's really sharp and not a lot of meat on either side, then it's probably time for her to put on some weight. But these girls are feeling lovely. You alright, sweetie?
Chicken says bark. Bark. Chicken says what, bark, bark.
On a side note, if you want to know if your chickens are getting close to laying, one of the biggest telltale signs is by how red they are in the face. So if they're nice and red, like she's getting quite nice and red, and these wattles start to droop, that means they're, well, either laying or not far off. Last chicken to check, showing signs of having quite dry scales. So it's not a full-blown issue yet, but I am going to dunk a feed in oil just to get ahead of the problem. So we'll do that after everything else. So the idea behind dunking them in the oil is that it basically suffocates the mites underneath the scales. So leg mites bury under the scales, which is why over time they get lifted. But by suffocating them, that should not be an issue. Oh, almost.
Don't let it out. Hi.
Hi guys, so we're back to do a check on the lice population on these girls after we fluffed them up last time.
And I'm not waving, I'm a tutor.
That's because no one collected them. So we're just going to do the same as last time.
Shut the bleep up, chicken.
And hopefully find no lice. No, I don't want that right now, honey.
You're really hurting me, chicken. Ew, you're looking in the butt.
Yeah,
That's disgusting.
that's where they like to hide.
You want the chicken now?
So nothing?
No, we're all good on that one.
I'm the tutor, not Vaden.
And we'll double check this one. Make sure it's not just the one lucky hen.
Oh yeah! Oh yeah! Oh yeah! Yeah! I'm gonna let you out.
Alright, sweetie. So the lice population is looking a-okay, and we'll just keep an eye on it for now from here. For heavier lice infestation, you would probably have to repeat the application a few times. But we started off with a light dose, so it looks like, cool, looks like we got it all in one go.
Some of your eggs.
That's 2 days. Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching. Just about out. Matilda out. Buzz in your face.
Dibs out.